Alright, so I've definitely been on a little bit of a hiatus. My name is Donovan Acuna, and this is Melanin Memoirs. I don't plan on taking another one, but life happens, so, I can't make any promises. I will do my best to keep on providing new content every week, though. So, what has happened in between the last video and now would take just like I don't know, just a whole. Well, I mean, if we went through my day-to-day life, just a whole bunch to explain. Recently moved to Portland. Been here for a month now. Starting to feel settled, but I'm still not. I still haven't started at my new job, so that'll be good once I get into the flow of work. I'm definitely gonna feel a little more grounded. Anyway, before I left Corvallis, there were two notable interactions that I wanted to make a video of, separate videos, but I'm just gonna talk about them real quick, and then I'll talk about the interaction that happened today that made me want to record this video. I've wanted to start these for a while, but I was a little discouraged just in the sense of like this, I don't know, a setup, I guess. I wasn't here, and all my stuff for the most part was over here for a little bit. Anyway, excuses, you can find them, just like assholes. Everybody has them. Anyway, so I will start off with, I guess, the more negative experience. However, this happened after the more positive one. This was still in Corvallis. I went out with some friends for one of them. It was their last night working at High Quality. And when I was leaving, I thought, no, it's whatever. I didn't interject into somebody's conversation, but it was definitely just for humor. I think I'm the funniest person on earth. And anyway, I hate that I say that a lot, but I'm walking past this group of people, and I thought I hear someone say Jason Bourne, and I was like, I'm Jason Bourne, and they were like, wrong black guy, and I was like, what? And he was like, wrong black guy, and I was like, Jason Bourne's white, and I was like, and don't call me a black guy, and then some other guy interjects, and he goes, then what are you? And I was like, I'm a person. I was like, it doesn't, like, what exactly did I say? I was like, I'm a person, something. I don't know, I was a little tipsy. I was like, it doesn't matter, or why does it matter? And then one of their friends was like, oh, I'm not trying to identify you. And I was like, yes you are. I was like, you just called me a black guy. And there was some tension, and I was taking a cab home, and Michael, the driver, he was like, oh, Donovan, get in, and because I feel like he felt the tension, and so I got in the car, and as I get in, one of them's like, nice ride, and then the other one yells, fuck you, as the car, gets a little further, and it's just like, what? And that just, none of that whole thing made sense to me. It was literally 5 people, there was one girl to the right, and then 4 dudes, just like this, and it was me, how I am here, and then, the cab behind me, and it was just so weird. I was like, man, I was just waiting to pull some, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee moves on all 4 of them, maybe 5 if I needed to. No, I'm just joking, but yeah, it was just so interesting, and I know it's like mob mentality. One person says something, oh, I'm gonna join in, yada yada. My friend says something stupid, I can too. But there's no justification for that. And at the same time, that's exactly what they're like. What are you, man? That is the epitome of trying to identify me based on what I look like, and you just for me making a simple joke, I'm Jason Bourne, a fictional movie character. I don't know, it was just quite humorous to me. On another note, this was probably 2 weeks before that. I was at work, and one of the one of the regulars there, he came in and I had my hair twisted up, and he complimented them, and he said, "Oh, I like your curls," and then he said he brought up something about like black people straightening their hair, like chemically and whatnot. And then I mentioned the movie Good Hair by Chris Rock, and then he mentioned a quote from Malcolm X. He said that he grew up. I honestly forget where he said he grew up, but he said that Malcolm X was a big influence on his life, and he said one of the quotes was, "Who made you hate yourself?" And that really resonated with me because like I know, like, I get that, I've felt that, I've been there, and then I can, and I'm happy that I can say that, like, because it's like, oh, I've been there, I'm not, and I can't say I can recognize that in people because, again, self-expression is self-expression. If someone wants to do whatever they want to their body to express the way they feel, then let them. So I can't say I can like see that in other people. I might be able to assume that or what, but I just know that the society does a good job, and not even just society. Sometimes your own like parental figures can make you feel insecure about the way you are just naturally. Nothing's wrong with having nappy hair, and nothing's wrong with having straight hair, and nothing's wrong with wanting to have either of the two. But just love yourself and be happy with what you were born with. That's the tangent though. So those were the two most recent things, the previous things that made me want to record a video in Corvallis, but I was kind of lazy. And today I was sitting on the bus, listening to some music. I forget what song was on, honestly. However, that doesn't matter. This woman taps my arm, and I take off my headphone, and she asked me, she goes, I like your shirt. And then she was like, I noticed your bracelet. She was like, are you Mexican? And I was like, half. And she's like, and she's like, and like, she was about to ask the other, and I think she was trying to be politically correct. And then I was like, I'm black, African American, and then she was like, I'm half, she was like, I'm half Mexican and Italian. And she's like, I had a friend who was the same mix as you, and she called herself a Blaxican. And she's like, I don't know, people say that. And then, excuse me, and she proceeded to say how she caught herself looking at me and noticed my shirt and then noticed my bracelet, and since she's from New York, where and in her neighborhood there happen to be a lot of Dominican people who look like I do. She said, who look like you do, and she's like, and you looked Caribbean, but you had the Mexico bracelet, so I just figured to ask. And I felt like she sensed my indifference to the whole conversation, and she's like, I just like to know like about people. And I tried to sarcastically say, oh, it's nice to know where people come from, but I just said it, and it is nice to know where people come from, but I just feel like I don't know, she just very much kind of, I don't know, it was very intrusive. It just felt very intrusive to me. And then she said her stop was approaching, and I was like, oh, okay, and then she exchanged names with me, and then she told me that she loves Oregon, but she misses New York because she's so used to being around culture. Her neighborhood's so white, and all I can think of is then, like, why did you move to that neighborhood? The neighborhood that she moved to, I feel like, is known for being kind of waspy. And nothing's wrong with that, but I don't know, just a few things went through my head, and then I'm like, culture, like, yeah, everybody, it's like that inside joke that white people don't have culture, but I don't know, like, I feel like there's culture everywhere if you look for it, and I don't know, everything about that interaction just irked me, one, I have my headphones in, and then she taps me just to talk to me about what race she thinks I am, and then in in lieu of finding out, she just throws in these little. The whole black skin thing really made me laugh because under her breath she's like, "Oh, like if you've heard it," and I just like disregarded that and laughed. And then when she said I looked Caribbean, and then I don't know, it was just a smorgasbord of some like innocent ignorance, but really ignorance isn't innocent. Like especially as it breeds, and as you don't, and as like I guess as you don't let people know that they're being ignorant. And with her, it was all I could do was body language. I could have asked her, "Oh, why does it matter?" But she could feel, and I don't know. It's just interesting. Oh, another thing that happened in between now and then, I was walking with my friend downtown. We were in Eugene actually, and I'm walking past who I assume to be a homeless man, and I just hear black, and my like just in the like I could just we were walking by and I could just tell that it was meant towards me, and I like turned kind of like mad, and my friend Royce he's like Don, he was like it's all good. He called you Black Wizard, and I was like, okay, like all right, and that's like it's like I wonder what was going through his head, and I consider myself like a few things, and the wizard is definitely one of them. Another note on a homeless man. Like 4 days ago, I was walking down the street and some dude just walks by me and he looks at me very intensely and he goes, like he has he doesn't have an afro and he doesn't really have too long of hair and he's just like mocking my fro, and I just dogged him too like the whole way. He didn't look back though, but it was so like what are you? I don't like what made you do that? Why did you do that? Use your words next time, and or maybe like just don't do that and learn some manners, and I don't know. Anyways, this video has gone on longer than I wanted it to, but if you've watched, I really appreciate it. Please subscribe. The button is below. Like I said, I'll be doing new content every week. I'm gonna do my best to, not stress about it. That makes things harder. So I'm just gonna put out things as they should be.